There is something beautiful about pain. It tells the truth. When my body said no, there was really nowhere to go but down. My name is
Hello, how are you?
Actually, scratch that. My name is Graffiti Karen, and I am an artist who became a nurse. This
It's
is
weird,
my
I turned orange.
of being lost in the light.
I think the thing with chronic pain is it
My
receives
story
no funding.
of
People don't see me.
my figurative death.
They just see a young person who's
The death
milking
of
the
a yes
system.
girl, the death of a drug pusher,
They see
and the rebirth
a nurse
of an
who
artist.
fucked up her career.
An artivist.
Something I'm
graffiti
still
girl.
dealing with. So when I was a nurse, I started developing what they think
I
is
moved to
fibromyalgia, and now what maybe might have been misdiagnosed.
And my
I've
life
always been
began
really
again,
flexible,
just like the last
and I've been seeing the chiropractors at
time. This time,
Canadian Chiropractic College,
I had a
and they
goal.
reminded me that perhaps I've been misdiagnosed all these years as a basket case fibromyalgia pain patient who is making up the fact that she's been having terrible pelvic pain for months and months. Like under construction, kind of like this thing, this pile over here. So what I'm trying to say, not very eloquently, is that I'm a human, I'm a person, I'm a former varsity athlete, and that my story is that there is so much beauty in pain. There have been so many lessons that I've learned: how to be humble, how to ask for help, and right now, I guess I'm asking for your help. It's been a really difficult many years. I've been back in Canada for 2 years. I was last living in Africa, where I was working in the social innovation space. And I don't know if you can see all the seagulls. I think it's about to rain. Yeah, I left Tanzania after a sexual assault. I have since gotten strong enough to be able to write about it publicly for Miga Swimwear. Shout out to you, girl. And talk about how fashion has changed my life. But the deep wound that I can't get rid of is the fact that in 2013, after another sexual assault, I was forced to take care of a patient. I won't get too much into it. That really reminded me of a photographer who assaulted me. I was going through a horrible time, and I decided to sleep on someone's couch instead of ask my family for help, as is the pattern in my life. I am now trying to fight for my right to care and to practice as a nurse, and it's been incredibly difficult. Between my mental blocks and my health and the constant pelvic pain, I feel like every time I fail at this, it's because of poverty. Fucking poverty. And I'm sorry if I'm swearing, if I'm not being professional, but the last time I failed was because of trauma and poverty. And this time again, it's trauma and poverty and lack of practice. But what I actually have realized is that incident and a bunch of incidents and some systemic bullying, and my own actions of continuing to practice when I was really burnt out, they led me to do what I was actually designed to do. I've been obsessed with Nelson Mandela since I was in high school. And I went overseas to Malawi. It was originally supposed to be Uganda, but it ended up being Malawi, which is known as the Moyo-Moto. Moyo-Moto means warm heart in Chichewa. of Africa, and I ended up volunteering in Nkoma Hospital, doing outreach and working in global health for the very first time. And let me tell you, I caught the African fever. And yeah, so this is my old neighborhood, and we're just going to take you on a tour of all the beautiful fall leaves. And I think it's been a really difficult week being back. And I think right now my ask and call to action of my friends, my family, folks that support me is that you show me a lot of kindness, and if you feel compelled to help fund a legal defense for me, I'm in the process of securing a labor and human rights lawyer, and I'm back at this is a really beautiful tree. I'm back at this place where I'm either about to leave nursing, I think, to become a filmmaker / journalist, or I'm gonna fight it and fight for my right to care. We're gonna spell it K-R-E because my name's Karen. I think this has been a really difficult year of disability, and I think I'm affectionately known as Graffiti Karen in Africa, I suppose. I've been so creative and drawing and dancing and singing because I think it's all I've got. And this year I've had bouts of just horrible pelvic pain to the point where they tried an IV ketamine infusion on me at St. Paul's. And I think that started a journey into owning my own right. I'm kind of babbling here. I didn't really collect my thoughts before I was going to make this video, but I want people to help me with fighting for myself. I think what I've learned from all of this is that I'm beginning to see signs of recovery. I've started reaching out and helping people with their health again. Even when my health is, we'll say, kind of a big mess, but I'm healing. I'm on this endometriosis journey right now. So my mom finally covered some medication that I haven't been able to afford since July, August, September, 3 months. I've been waiting for welfare to fund it, waiting for disability, waiting for my doctor to connect me with various specialists in Canada, the amazing land of universal health care, where if you're not dying, if you don't have cancer, if you don't have something sexy like cardiovascular disease, you just keep waiting. It's rather cool. Do you see this butterfly in the window? I have been told that I'm flighty and unfocused, and oh, that's really close. I've been going on these walks by myself, and just to clear my head, because I think when you're a mental health activist, as I suppose I am, you get all sorts of opinions, and I think it comes from acts of caring, but people are also incredibly rude, judgmental, entitled, and I've been called all these things as well. I think the beauty and pain for me is that I've had to really think about what is my purpose in the world. Because right now, some days I can barely walk, and I know I have so much brain power. And in my darkest days, when I've been suicidal, sitting at St. Paul's crying my eyes out after doctors have been rude to me, or like another day where I'm on the bus and people are yelling at me for sitting in the disabled seating, and I'm having a really bad pain flare up, which feels like being stabbed in my spine. I think of all the children and adults in the world that I've taught. I think of healthier communities through art, through Healthy Art Project, and how people tell me that I am inspiring in spite of all the shit and pain and chronic health issues that I go through. So my goal for December is to go back to Kenya and to shoot a movie, and I want you to help me with that. By helping me to focus the idea, and I think we're going to go back and interview Chinese and Asian men, because there are Chinamen in Africa starting businesses all over the place, and ask them, hey, why do boys cry? And I want you to tell me why. Yeah. So on October 13th, because 13 is my favorite number, we're going to launch a Seed and Spark campaign at www.seedandspark.com. I'll link that below. And we're going to start shooting content for and with people with pain to help us bear witness to the everyday struggles and resilience and stories and stuff that they go through, and help them actually film their own shit. The shitty times, the good times, or to draw like a storyboard about their life. Because I think all my troubles have taught me that I am an inspiring person, and I want to share how I live my life with people. And if it helps you even just one bit. It's funny, I found some tomatoes. They look really tasty. And a giant Swiss chard plant here. Zoom in. Yeah, if my story can inspire you in any way, I think it is that I will always live strong, be free, anywhere I am in the world. All I need is some mascara, some red lipstick, and maybe a few cans of spray paint, and probably some of my medications, which include cannabis. I'm at a time of transition right now, but I think it's just right back to where I belong. Back in healthcare, either as a healthcare practitioner or as a filmmaker. I've been filming myself since we premiered a movie called Beauty and Pain at the UBC Nursing Edge Festival. We shot it with a really tiny crew on an ultra low budget. And I was producer and I guess co-screenwriter with Miguel. And Miguel was the director. And yeah, so I think our message is that everyone goes through beautiful pain, and you live through it privately or publicly, however you do. And I feel really compelled right now to share other people's stories, not just mine. Yeah, so again, my ask is that if this video resonates with you at all, I'd love for you to share it. The link below. I'd love for you to donate your coffee money for a week to us, because trying to do this while being on disability, many people have told me is a distraction, but it's not. It's my purpose. Yeah. That's it, I think. So you'll see the links to our social media below, and I hope that you help us tell our message. Basically, that everyone goes through beautiful pain, and how you live through it dictates who you are, what you are, and whether or not you're like this lion here. So this guy is, he always greets me when I used to come home from school, and after living in Zimbabwe for a few months, I think I'm gonna get a tattoo of his face on my arm or my hand that says Indaka Simba, which means strong like a lion. Because I guess that's me. I'm always fighting for people, but right now I'm just needing to fight for myself. So if you've been around me and I've been really irritable and not present, it's because some days I'm not even there for myself. I'm always showing up in the world for other people, but my time is now for myself. And if I don't answer your texts or your calls or anything, it's not because I don't care. It's because I simply can't. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this, and leave us a comment below. And what else? Caribou Tana, Canada, where all the leaves are falling. And I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Okay, bye!